Hi there, it's Loki Junda. We're finally coming back for part 2 of the full walkthrough for post-trauma. Before we get into that, I just want to go ahead and mention on the playlist on the channel, we have a first impressions video from me for Giggle Land. In that I ask a question, just whatever your favorite scene is from a horror game you've played or watched. If you want to go ahead and comment a favorite scene from a horror game on that video, that'll put you in the running for the second of the $25 Steam gift cards. Just make sure you go ahead and join our Discord. There's a link in the description of this video and all of our videos. And if you want a little bit more explanation or discussion about the gift card giveaway stuff, if you look for Un's Tower Defense videos, he has a little bit more in depth on that. But in our Discord channel, feel free to ask any questions. We have a channel just for giveaways and the events and stuff. All right, and sorry for the delay, but without further ado, let's go ahead and jump back into this. Because I feel I have to, I just still absolutely love this game. I actually tried to do this part 2 recording, and I went through and finished the game, giving my commentary throughout, and I had actually forgotten to unmute my microphone. So I had to play again to get back here because I, of course, never save, but I don't mind. I love playing this game. And we have here the drink, drink, drink signs that make me think there's a subtle hint that he, at some point, had a drinking problem. Yeah, the spear weapon really makes me think of, I forget what they call the actual item right now, but the Silent Hill, the second half of the sword for Pyramid Head, or the Red Pyramid thing, as it's known in the game originally. I know it was originally supposed to be a giant pair of scissors that James just had the second half to. We don't drag it, but we do have the real slow attack animation. It ran off. Don't have to kill that one anyway. There was one thing playing up to this again that I noticed that I hadn't noticed before. In the police station playing as Carlos, it is specified there is a sign on the wall. It's actually backwards, but it mentions that it is the Special Victims Unit.
You still look whole, but I smell the rot. I know your flesh itches.
Jill, please. I just want to find a way out. I know you do too.
Oh no. No. There's only one thing left I want.
Jill, I'm sorry. I see how I'd hurt you.
Does your sorry make her glassy eyes open and her cold heart beat?
No. I know I can't make it right. I never meant to hurt her. I never meant to hurt anyone.
No, you never do. I am impatient. Soon.
Yeah, I guess in the fourth tape, Carlos discusses that you start morphing into something you fear. I can. So I guess maybe Jill, like a lot of people, feared spiders to turn in that spider-like thing. Also did just have a thought. They never really say the hand that plucks away the thing that the boss that we got this spear from. They never really say where that came from. I wonder if that was actually like Jill saving us because she wants to be the one to get us. I don't know how much sense that would make because you just come back. But she does seem like she wants to make us suffer. But that was one complaint that people had. There's not a lot that's explicitly explained in this, though. I've loved it. I think it really opens it up for theorizing and stuff. And actually, this last playthrough, I've come across some things that I hadn't noticed before, and I've beat this game quite a few times already. And here he mentioned specifically that she said 5, but we know that's actually she was just spelling out death because that's what she wants to give us. And we don't have to come over here, but I just like to, just in case I happen to find something new I didn't notice before, a little detail that might shed some light on something. Yeah, nothing in here. Yeah, really the only thing we have to do here is we don't even have to fight that monster that was down in the subway thing. We just have to run up and grab the key card. And then we can run back over and come back into the control room over here. Then here we have this puzzle. We just have to get it where all the lit up little nodes on this graph here line up to get from the green one on the left all the way to the orange one on the right. You'll notice the ones on either edge of the screens next to each other. Those aren't two different nodes. Those are actually the same one, just duplicated. I find the easiest way is to just work backwards. So from the orange one, we need F1. From F1, we'll go D3. We have E4 already. Then we need B4. And actually, I think that's all. And at that point, we can just go for it. Simple as that. Now we ram the train through the gunk at the end here. All you really have to be careful for is at the end of this there will be a beeping alarm. You just slow down then. If you don't and you crash full speed into the end of it, then you of course die and have to go and do some of that over again. Right there, slow down. You even have time to perfectly stop before. I'm gonna go ahead and stow some of this stuff because I don't really use any of it. But here, just in case I didn't play this last time.
There's nothing left of him, but I must continue. I'm enjoying the process. Every death, it keeps evolving. The room where I kept him has started to change. It's beautiful. A grotesque representation of what he did. waters. I love it. I wonder what mine would be. A dark pool of water. The eyes of my brother looking at me.
A grotesque representation of what he did. I wonder if Carlos drowned his brother. See, the voice acting, I think it just, they all fit the characters so well. Carlos is kind of like that, he's got a cruelty to him. It seems, to me, that seems like it's kind of hinted at throughout. Ah, yes, the train parts for a ceiling. Yeah. Oh, I just noticed these guys got a whole wang out. Kind of. Alright, so for this next puzzle, what we end up needing is, so we see now that we're kind of, you know, in the hospital again with the train station. He mentions it if you interact with one of the things on the wall. So we noticed, like, when we were in the hospital before, I mean, Jill was really, she was throughout the hospital, we saw that. So I feel like the hospital really is, I mean, he's tied to it too. But to me, the hospital feels like it's more of a Jill thing. And while they're tied together, whenever we have the hospital stuff, like in the first part where she talks to us, we don't see that she's actually there and it's just the train station. So, anyway, back to the puzzle. We need this. The best way to do it is kind of take a picture of it. Same with this one here. But, yeah, so it's really seems like whoever's in the area kind of, it, you know, the gloom takes on places familiar to them or more impactful for things. And then right here, this is really reminiscent of when we saw Jill's sister in the hospital where she threw us out of the room. Now here we see these symbols, and then we just match those up with the arrows that they were on the directory. First we have surgical, I think, that's left, emergency room right, pediatric laboratory right, consultation up, labor room left, and the main entrance up. There also might be something that people have been here longer. Their presence affects the area they're in more so than people that haven't been there as long. And we have prison cell here, so perhaps Carlos is as well in the area. I was wondering if this is maybe a door that was supposed to lead to... Is that one of the doors for like going to the police station, or I guess the special victims unit room? I just like to find health things just for the cases where I do mess up.
I'm tired, Roman. I just can't wait for this place to devour you any longer. I'll be lost before you are. I can feel it.
You don't have to do this. Please.
I do. I do, though. Carlos said I don't have long.
Who?
Each day, each death, a little less. Not fair. It's not.
Who's Carlos? The other man?
He told me you were coming. He told me. He told me if I want to open up your flesh. He told me it has to be now.
No, we can leave. We can... There has to be an end to this place.
You think you can escape what you've done?
I think I can try. Come with me. If there's an escape from this gloom, we'll do it together.
You may be right about that.
Then let's go now, before it's too late.
Roman. That time has passed, my sweet. Die!
Alright, for this, as usual, just kind of run in a circle, let her attack, then go ahead and hit her. And if you get greedy, you can get whomped sometimes. I do think the music and stuff for this is really nice. I like the soundtrack for this a lot. It's very Akira Yamaoka-ish. Which, I mean, obviously Silent Hill was a huge inspiration to this. And it's one of my favorite series in any way, so... I am missing terribly.
At least you finished what you started.
I don't know what to say. I wish things were different. I'm sorry.
Go. Go. Murderer. Scum. Hell. Monster.
You're in the right place, but you won't like what you'll find.
You, Carlos, I presume. Why did you tell her those things?
It passes the time.
Will she? Will she be back?
Maybe. But less of her each time. You must have seen that by now.
What about you?
Same as you. I like to think I understand this place.
Do you know? Is there an end to all this?
Now, this is as close to an end as there is in the gloom. That's the threshold we can't cross, the only one I've found.
Can't or won't?
I used to feed it newcomers. To see if I could understand. You could hear them for the first few minutes. And whatever's beyond that path is far worse than this place. If you want an exit, that's your only chance.
No, not good enough. What more do you know?
You know, there's nothing more I can teach you. I'm the oldest one here, other than the king, but he won't talk to you. He never does to me.
If that's all I have, then I have to try. Where is he?
Seek, and you shall find. Besides, no need to hurry. We've got all the time in the world.
Carlos seems to have a little bit of a sociopathic streak, maybe. He was feeding people to the door, imagining that terrible things were happening, but he wanted to figure it out, what was going on. And then again, he sent Jill after us. In this case, he was also talking to her about that. And then this king presumably won't talk to him for some reason. So this is one of the bugs, I think, that I've had happen a couple times. It crashes here. You can, and we will exit out of this, and it'll bring us back just after. There's one scene we will miss, but the scene is only Roman in a train going forward, and then we get out, and you'll see where we are at that point. All right, yeah, so we just missed the scene where it's just Roman standing in the train coming here, and then you come out right on this spot. Always gives me a pistol there, or has been this past couple times. So we don't really miss much. There's another scene that plays where you're riding in a train. I'll point it out, it's just the same kind of thing. But here we are seeking out the king, as Carlos has suggested. We find ourselves in this ancient city. I am sure people who are much more knowledgeable or traveled than me might recognize something about the symbolism or structures, and I'm by far the most knowledgeable of those kind of things, so I had no idea. I think my first impression was like, oh, is this kind of deserty Egyptian-y? But I think that's wrong, and we'll talk more about that when I get to the point.
Old man.
Oh my god, kid. Oh my goodness. I thought I'd never seen you again.
Yeah. How are you not dead?
How do we know we're not dead?
Still don't think so.
Oh, you don't?
It's the boring answer.
Kid, listen. You see that island out there?
No, I'm mute and blind, actually.
Oh, okay, fine. Listen, I think if there's an answer to be found here, I think it's there. Can you meet me at the center?
Can you keep up?
You know, I can't.
I'll go slow for you.
I actually really like their dynamic. And I think it really plays more. I think it's a little similar to the Joel and Ellie from The Last of Us, as I suspect more so now that Roman has lost a daughter. So they have that kind of same thing going on. Though that's never, as far as I know, explicitly stated anywhere. I only noticed it on one of the more recent playthroughs that he's talking about his daughter in past tense only. So this part, we're going to skip this for now. We're just going to go straight ahead, get the piece we need, and come back to there. This part's just like a circle with a kind of cut through in the middle. It just loops around. Okay, this is a fun graphical glitch thing here. There we go. There's something, again, graphical glitches do occur in this game. That's never bothered me. I think everything else in this game makes up for it, tenfold at least. I will probably never stop talking about how much I absolutely love this game and need them to make something else for it. come up again on another naked man monster. Oh, of course I missed. Oh, son of a bitch. Alright, we're just gonna... See, that's why I like to have more first aid than anything in this one. I guess I do have the handgun. Those guys go down pretty quick, but I don't know, I'm just like stuck on wanting to do melee for some reason. But as far as like consumables, first aid kits are definitely, in my opinion, the most important. Just so you don't end up dying and have to redo small portions. The autosaves are pretty decently spaced out. That's I guess why I never really feel like I actually have to save the game. We're gonna skip this time. One thing I think I didn't mention, he mentions like see that island over there when he's talking about it. I actually think it is significant he mentions an island, and I will talk about that a little more when it comes up to where I think it ties into the relevancy of that. Again, I'm also trying to like I said, I did this just last night where I did my commentary, so a lot of this is familiar, and I'm trying to mention some of the points I think are important. So if I happen to repeat myself about something, I really do apologize. It's because I goofed up last time. And we go forward, grab that. Yeah, the first time I was trying to do like a legit speed run of this game, I ended up getting right around this part and then just taking an unlucky hit from something as I ran by. And it kind of... I mean, I wasn't going to beat the record by any means. Alright, which way do I gotta get? There it is. But it's still a little frustrating because it puts you all the way back at that part, and then it just adds so much time to the run that it just didn't feel like it was worth it to continue. I'm not a speedrunner of games or anything, just this one I enjoyed so much, I was like, what can I do to just keep doing this? So I think I probably will try again. No, because I don't want to deal with this. Damn it. There we go. Ah, God, I forgot to grab the little one back. Yeah, after we pick up the key. Well, I did it last time. I was too worried about getting out of that graphical issue. It's weird it's happened every time I've just done it here, but it's actually the first time I've seen it happen there. Alright, here we come to... Oh, am I gonna get the... Damn it. The hardest puzzle in the game. First we run over here. We're going to grab what he calls a strange piece. Which honestly is just like a male quarter-inch jack. Running this door. Make a note of S310 here. I don't see anything I can open that might have health in it. Run past this guy. The E023. In here, we're going to get our next strange piece. And we have W, and this time we have more than 3 numbers. There are little plants on top of all of these. Clue here is when the number of plants matches the number on the barrel, that's a correct number. So 2 and 3, that's not it. 2 and 2, 4 and 4, 0 and 1, nope. 1 and 1, yep, so it's W241. By now you've realized its coordinates, I'm sure. See here, the first time it says this mural, she'd probably guess the origins in a second. I'm glad I dodged right then. The first couple times I played through, for some reason I thought, and we have North 021. The first couple times I thought he was talking about Freya, but now I do think he's talking about his daughter. Yes, that is exactly what I want. I don't need that. Good, enough health there. And the final strange piece. So there we just have these 3/4-inch jacks. So we have north, east, south, and west. 3 numbers, 3 pieces. Start in the origin, just do the first digit of each one. So S3, we go south 3, 1, 2, 3. East 0, we go east 0, west 241, first digit 2, west 2. Then north is 021, 0 north. That's that piece. Do that for the second digit of all the numbers, which ends up getting you there. As well, the third digit of all of them, you know, south 0, east 3, west 1, north 1. Puts you there. We get our ancient mask. I'm going to go ahead and use this just so I don't get one shot or something. Not really worried about fighting any of these guys now.
I'm sorry, but I have to speak with you.
You need not apologize. Not to me, new one.
Who are you? Are you the king?
I was younger brother to he who holds up the world himself. One of 10 regents in a forgotten kingdom of the drowned. A lord of folly. But that was 10,000 years ago. Here I am, and nothing more.
何言ってんだ?
You want to move on from this place.
I do.
And you have seen the passage, the final exit.
Yes. Yes, I have.
2 are required to cross the door. And you go unburdened. Or you do not go at all. Do you understand?
I don't think... I don't know.
We each have a chain that binds us here, and you cannot lift it alone. If you can see yourself forgiven in someone else's eyes, then you may pass beyond this place.
Will you come with us?
No, my chain is too great. This place, it exists because of my hubris. There can be no forgiveness for what I've done, but I can hold back the tide and aid passage where I may. And that, for me, is enough. Go, please. I have a duty here.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to pause it there because this goes right into another scene, and there's a lot to unpack here. I just recently kind of tried to figure this one out. Why I think island is important that he mentioned earlier. So one, he says, younger brother to he who holds up the world. Who holds up the world? Atlas. Okay, so that puts this in the realm of what I think of as Greek or Roman mythology. And he says the one of 10 regions, kingdom of the drowned. So I believe he's one of the 10 kings of Atlantis, which, you know, was given to Atlas and then separated into 10 regions, then ruled by, you know, the 10 brothers of Atlas. I believe. I could be making some mistakes. I'm going off of very cursory research and memories from a long time ago in high school. I'm sure there's more to the Lord of Folly that might be hinting at something. It kind of made me think that maybe the Gloom might be some version of Tartarus, though I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure there's something else there that I'm not quite missing. Maybe someone listens to this and, hey, if you've got any ideas or thoughts, or if you want to correct me, please do. I love knowing when I'm wrong so I don't make a mistake again. He does mention something about each having their chain, and there is that whole thing about guilt that comes in here that I think, you know, is heavily influenced by Silent Hill. So when he's mentioned 2 must go unburdened or not at all, there's a couple things. So when I was looking up, I guess all of the 10 regions like had a twin, I believe. So it almost makes me think that people come to the Gloom in pairs. You have Carlos and Henry, you have Jill and Roman. I don't know about Freya though, because we don't see another one of those, so that kind of makes me think I might be wrong about that. But that would also make sense about, you know, 2 people have to go. So kind of like an accuser needs to forgive somebody. Like to get out of there, you need, Roman would need Jill to forgive him, and maybe not just anybody. Or it could just be this kind of sentiment that someone needs to know what you did. You need to be redeemable in somebody else's eyes for you to really believe that you are. So maybe it's more of a personal thing. But that's kind of what's going on here, it seems. And then that goes into the next part. And yeah, so I think this is the lost city of Atlantis, basically. And he's one of the kings, and that's what I'm pretty sure this ancient city is supposed to be.
So, was that God?
I don't think so. No. It's, actually, I don't feel qualified to answer that.
I love that line.
Did you get what he meant?
I think he said that we can leave.
Just like that? How?
There's a door, an exit, and I think we had to go together.
Simple as that?
I don't know. I don't know. Why would this fucking place exist at all?
Again, sir. Watch your language. I am a child.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Should we get on our ducking way then? Shit, Autocorrect. You know what I meant.
I get it. You're right. Let's go.
And personally, I feel like the dialogue is quite well written. It feels a little more realistic than some other games to me. This is the kind of scene we missed before when it was just Roman going there. But here we're put back in control. In my understanding, this is the section which determines which ending you get. There's 2 endings. I've only gotten one. And I'm not going to change it this time because I think this is the better ending to get.
Monster!
So really, when the alarm goes off, we just have to slow down again.
Julianne.
I think if you don't, you squish her. And so we know her sister's name was Julianne, I believe. And pause here, though, because it also just gets me that, my understanding now is that we're on the other side of the door, that Carlos said that was the only way to go, and he used to feed people there. So there might be a little bit of dishonesty to him, with him, too.
Oh, hello. I haven't gotten to officially meet you yet.
Don't you talk to her. Don't listen to him.
Yeah. Creep vibes.
You're going to try? Even with what I told you? Make peace with the Gloom. There's no better way, trust me.
I don't believe you.
So be it. Then I'm going to watch.
You see the exit there? At the end of the tracks.
Tracks? You mean hallway?
What?
Don't want to go that way.
Ah, I expected him a bit sooner. You know, Freya, you especially should get away from that thing.
Go, now!
Alright, so this is the final boss encounter now. We're safe here as long as you're, up on the steps. And a couple things here. So we have Carlos at the special victims unit. This is Henry. He's mentioned things about girls. So presumably this Henry guy did things to girls. So thematically, at least, Freya and Carlos or Freya and Henry are linked. Because maybe Henry is the person who Freya saw assaulting her friend. That is something not explained, but I mean, it could be. So maybe Carlos is the one that doesn't have a pair in this, and actually maybe Henry is Freya's pair in that theory, which I'm not sure about, but it's just some speculation, something for me to think about. First thing we need to do is we need to get him to smash this, because we're going to end up like moving these discs around to match them up, match the pattern. And that brick, or the blocks there, stop it. So you can run perpendicular, that's what you have to do. But we need to get this switch hit. Yeah, I'm not the greatest at dodging this, so... We hit that and it spawns that guy. And then we need to bring him, that guy, over to this other switch, but we want to make sure... Oh shoot. That Henry doesn't squish him. Because then we have to run up and get another one. Yeah, so just bonk him on that. And that's everything we really need to do. So, then we take control of her. And there's that one lined up. Now we switch back to Roman. She'll go over where she needs to. And just go up here so we're safe. We run over here to the other switch. It's the same thing for the other disc. We line that up and it is the end of the game. And you'll notice the exit, he said tracks and she said hallway, so where he had his incident, you know, the tracks, and hers at the school, I presume it's a school hallway that she saw. And then here is where not squishing Jill comes into play.
It wasn't just an accident. Before all this, I never wanted anyone to get hurt. I didn't even want to die, but I didn't want to wait any longer. I was so tired of waiting. I wanted to reach an ending. I wasn't thinking. It was a moment of darkness. And a lot of people died. I can never be sorry enough. But I am sorry.
I don't understand, but I believe you. I didn't kill my friend. But I didn't stop someone from hurting her. I did not speak. I wasn't brave enough to speak at the time. Can't make it right. She's gone now. I'm sorry.
I believe you too.
Hold hands? Jump.
Whatever happens, thank you.
And so there, the ending is left a little ambiguous as to what happened. Basically, they confess to some degree, you know, acknowledging what they have done. They're forgiven by the other person. They see themselves forgiven by somebody else. And they attempt, I guess, to let go and move on. Thinking through in this, this time, seeing it as a Roman having lost a daughter at least. I get his lines about waiting. I was tired of waiting. It's not that he wanted to die, he was done. because he wanted to see his daughter again. I could kind of understand that, I'm sure. But yeah, so I think it's a fantastic game. I love the amount of stuff. I mean, the care for the genre really shines through for me. I mean, you can tell this was a passion project. I absolutely love it. I need to see more from this, and I really hope that other people agree so that we can get more. And again, for the gift card giveaway, if you go ahead and join our Discord, link in the description, comment on the Giggleland video in the Let's Play Horror with Loki Junda playlist, or in any of the other playlists it's at, just a favorite scene in a horror video game, and you'll be entered to win that. The details are mentioned more thoroughly in some of Un's videos and his Tower Defense playlist, as well as on the Discord itself. There's a channel dedicated to events and giveaways. And if you just want to talk horror, right now, the horror stuff is kind of me adding to my friend's channel. It's not really taken off too much yet, but we do have a channel if you want to talk about horror stuff there. I am always willing to talk about horror video games. It is definitely the genre I love the most and pretty much all I play. As well, if you have any other theories, things you've noticed I didn't pick up on this game, absolutely leave it in the comments. I'm going to keep playing this game. I don't know when I'm going to stop, but also if you have any other recommendations for games that I should try or play and put up on the channel, let me know. There's so much out there now. We're really in a golden age of horror gaming, I think. Right now on just my Steam, I have over 100 demos for upcoming horror games downloaded that I've been checking out. Trying to make some videos on some. Some are terrible. You won't see anything from me about those because I don't really want to talk badly about people, working hard and trying to do something that I can't do myself. But there's also a lot of really great ones that I'm trying to work on. But yep, this was the conclusion of Post Trauma, developed by Red Soul Games and published by Raw Fury. I am Loki Junda, and until next time, scare well.